All right, welcome into a prime time edition of, well, what is typically the Rant with me, Pugs Moran, from the beautiful Kelly Moore Memorial Studios, excuse me, in the E Gallery here in Dallas's fantastic design district. Here's what we're going to do tonight. If you listen to the noon show every day at noon since 2021, talk radio for normal people. What are normal people? Normal people, 15% on the right, gone forever. 15 on the left, can't deal with them. That leaves about 70% of us in the middle. We can do business. And that's who I do talk radio for every day at noon. The Rant with me, Pugs Moran. Like, follow, subscribe, all of that stuff. Tonight, though, that's not what we're doing here. We're going to be doing we're doing a watch party. Let me pull this up because I think it's getting ready to start here. Trump's getting ready to talk to Congress. Is that what we got here? Hold on. Let me figure out a good way to. There they are. Look at them. Okay. Oh, I can't do that with the chat up for me. Is that what it is? All right, here we are. Why can't I do that with a merged chat? Come on, man. Hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, I gotcha. Sorry, it's the first time we've done this. Does that show me? There I go. All right. Should it be big or should it be small? Let's put the sound up. I think Trump's coming.
Listening for.
We're going to put the sound down. We'll just watch at this point. This is ABC. Is it ABC? What is it? I don't even know. Who am I stealing from? I'm not even sure I'm stealing. I don't know how all this works. Let's say hi to some friends in the chat room. Look at this. We got Frankie. Frankie's here. We got Jeff. We got Byron. We got Frank. We got the sports bras. All right. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out a way to make this work so that we can keep. Yeah. All right. There we go. I guess we'll do it like that. All right. I'm going to settle in. Oh. I'm going to put the sound up. Hold on. Let's do this.
More of what we heard from Axios. Democrats were floating the idea of bringing props to Trump's speech, including anti-Trump signs, egg cartons to highlight the current costs of eggs, as well as pocket constitution.
I don't care what anybody says. That's the hottest first lady in the history of American first ladies being hot. Look at her. She's hot. She's a good-looking woman. All right. Keep listening.
Mr. Speaker, the President's Cabinet.
I know what this is all about, right?
Can't wait to connect with you. We have so much to talk about. Yes.
Yes, a good question. Where is that? That is a pretty good game. We should play Trump World MAGA Bingo. You need. We're looking for Hulk Hogan. We're looking for Dog the Bounty Hunter. We're looking for anybody associated with like Duck Dynasty beards. I'll take any beard. That'll be good. We'll look for that. Who else? What other Ted Nugent? Maybe a Kid Rock. Oh, Kid Rock, maybe. Absolutely. Because, he's sleeping with Bobert now. He's, I got a big screen here on my right. And then I got, was this a pop-up? Are you giving us a commercial? Ugh, nuts. All right, look at that. That's Gnome. That's Gnome. This man, I'm telling you, this dude really values attractive women. That's you got to give him that. Every single one of who's that now? Look at her. I mean, just come on, let's go. Let's just be honest with ourselves. This is not supposed to be the case at these things. We're not supposed to be like, I'd do her. All right, what about him? No, I wouldn't do him. Oh, she's probably the wife of a billionaire cabinet member, right? That's probably what's going on there. So, of course, she's hot. She gave up modeling in the mid-'80s. Let's see here. Should we do some? All right, let's see what's going on. Power with the suggestion of James. That's maybe up to 5% huge Vegas drink. There's like illegal cannabis like news. The mine is not going through it. This is illegal. It's like a top side. People like probably use their coffee. It's probably just cotton club with things. We have a bunch of 19-year-old Reddit trolls running the. Okay.
All right, so the members of the president's cabinet, the majority of them have already been Senate confirmed, of course.
We don't need to listen to this guy. Once again, we are awaiting the arrival of President Donald Trump. This is not a State of the Union, they keep telling us. Oh, they want to make sure we understand that. This is not a State of the Union, although it's totally a State of the Union. I guess just traditionally the first one of a term isn't called as such. Now, we'll definitely have some full coverage of this tomorrow at noon. That's right. I do a little talk radio riff every day at noon, 12 p.m. We call it the Rant, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Talk radio for normal people since 2021. So check us out. And also, thank you for hanging out now. This is just, hold on. What do we got? Hold on. What's happening? Anything?
So it should be
still David Muir. David Muir out here walking around like he's still famous. None of those guys are famous. I'm telling you, I wouldn't know if I got into a fight with David Muir over a parking space. I wouldn't know that it was David Muir. I'll tell you, that never happened with Brokaw. I'd recognize him right away. And like a gentleman, I'd give Tom Brokaw my spot. Who are these guys? Who's this? All right, let me see. Andrew Kraft and Austin Westfall. Are these, oh, we're watching Fox. This isn't ABC. Are these Fox guys? I don't know who they are. They're not real. They're AI. These aren't real reporters. All right, we'll spend some time in the chat room. Peter says, let's see what's happening here. Yeah, that's a problem. All right. Barney says we can't understand a word you're saying while the video's playing. Ugh. Well, maybe I ought to shut the fuck up then. I think maybe that's a good idea. You can't now, though, right? Because, again, we're testing this. We're trying to... We might have to do things a little differently in the future. But when I have it muted, right, you can hear me. Correct? Or is this a problem, too? Who's this? Who's coming in now? There's Pam Biondi, 75 years old. So I'm looking at on a bigger screen. Why is that not the screen? All right, we'll muscle our way through this, I promise. Thought I was having a conversation with Barney. How long is this delay, for crying out loud? I don't need this nonsense in my life. Sitting here waiting for you people. Unmuted, no. Thank you, Jeff. I'm going to have some Popeyes and watch this like a gentleman. All right, we're hanging out. We're just going to watch this. I'm going to put the sound up and I'm going to shut my mouth, okay? Okay, let's try that. Let's see if that'll work good. We'll see. We'll see. I can't mute the man. I can't. It's going to be an untenable situation if I can't talk over him. Here we go.
This type of duty to a young up-and-comer within the party. We have heard that top Democrats, including Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, have said that Slotkin's reputation and skills have been commendable. Schumer also called her a rising star in the party. Jeffries says that she will, quote, deliver a comprehensive and clear-eyed response to the issues, including cost of living, Social Security, and Medicaid. She, as you see on your screen there, was a U.S. representative in Michigan for 6 years. She just won out and won her Senate seat from, she beat out Mike Rogers in this past election cycle. She's a former CIA analyst and Defense Department official. She was born in New York, New York, and raised in Holly.
I just had an idea. What are we going to watch the video? Because the timing's going to be all screwed up. You guys are watching the video. What if I just watch? Well, but then I'm watching it online. My timing's going to be screwed up. All right. Oh, this works. Let's see. See that? I don't want to watch that. Let's see. I might just watch this alone, you people. Got a lot of work done today. I know. I was telling you about it at noon. Building the new studio. All right.
In the meantime, here you're still watching the House floor. We are waiting.
What the hell? I know it just went
into the chamber.
There we go.
Seems to be set in place now. You're about to listen to the Sergeant at Arms there, and here we go.
All right. It's a bit of a train wreck. But here, I'm just going to watch it. You guys can watch me watch it, and we'll watch it together. Tell me, is that any different as far as... All right, hey, look at him. He's coming in. I got to show this. We got to watch it. What if we try this? Here. Wow. Okay, let's try this. All right. I don't like it like this, though. There we go. For now, anyway, we'll do it like this. How's the sound? Does this work? Is this better? All right. This works. I'm going to go back to my beer and chicken like a real American. Sant, look at Frankie throwing out an Irish cheer. Sláinte. All right, chicken time. All right. You know, I'm gonna make this. You don't need me, right? Let's just watch this guy. I got two. Yeah, you're gonna hear me crunch it. All right, I'll put it down. Fine. Gotcha. Trump's bringing back the finger pistols. All right, I'm done. I'll eat that chicken after this. That'll be fun. I got chicken shit all over me. Popeyes. Mm-hmm. Look at him. All right, here we go. Thank you, Ed. Oh my God, the delay between what I'm watching and what is on the restream here. Insane. Look at her, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene, man. Looking like someone's drunk mom at Parents' Weekend. She's not one of the hot ones, though. She's not a gnome. She's not a Marjorie Taylor Greene's not a Bobert. She's not a gnome. She's not a, I don't know, any number of them. Here we go. All right. Let's go, boss man. Man, they keep showing Melania. Melania's old, man. She's like 50 something, right? 50. Damn. I mean, not so old that she's not going to have a kick-ass life in her 60s long after he's dead and she's like dating Brad Pitt. Yeah, that's coming. Oh, Jackie O, man. History always repeats itself. All right, shut up. Here we go. All right. Look at her. She'll start dating like Leonardo DiCaprio. No, A-Rod. That's it. Trump's going to die in within 6 months. Melania will be married to A-Rod. You watch. You watch. All right, here we go. Buddy. Then more. Show him more love. That wasn't enough. We got to get a second round of applause.
Thank you very much.
No?
It's a great honor. Thank you very much. Speaker Johnson, Vice President Vance, the First Lady of the United States.
What's that? Yeah! Let's suck up by making him think we all want to bang his wife. We do her, Donald. That's what this is. It's a First Lady. What the fuck? Why is she so special? I mean, I know why she's aesthetically special. What's this about?
Members of the United States Congress, thank you very much. And to my fellow citizens, America is back.
Pete Davidson. That's a good one. Yeah. Melania's with Pete Davidson. Watch her be with Eric. Watch her end up with Eric Trump. USA.
6 weeks ago, I stood beneath the dome of this Capitol and proclaimed the dawn of the golden age of America. From that moment on, it has been nothing but swift and unrelenting action to usher in the greatest and most successful era in the history of our country. We have accomplished more in 43 days.
See, how does he just? I love it. I'm gonna need you to cite a source, sir.
Started.
Kanye tweeted it. I mean, just that's great. That's great. We've accomplished more. Just my God. Ugh. Hey, man, say it loud and long enough, people will believe it.
To report that America's momentum is back, our spirit is back, our pride is back, our confidence is back, and the American dream is surging bigger and better than ever before. The American dream is unstoppable, and our country is on the verge of a comeback, the likes of which the world has never witnessed and perhaps will never witness again. There's never been anything like it.
Oh, they weren't quick enough. You got to applaud quicker than that.
The presidential election of November 5th was a mandate like has not been
What, are you
seen
kidding me?
in many decades.
Seriously?
We won all 7 swing states, giving us an electoral college victory of 312 votes. We won the popular vote by big numbers and won counties in our country.
What do they vote him? Wait. Ooh. What are they doing? A bunch of black dudes pointing. They look like selfie sticks. What are they doing? I mean, black dudes, elected members of this august body. And then they're being drowned out by a bunch of, Bible thumping Here we go. Oh, this is getting good.
On a map that reads almost completely red for Republican.
They're going to clear this fucking room. They're going to clear this room.
Now, for the first time in modern history, more Americans believe that our country is headed in the right direction than the wrong direction. In fact, it's an astonishing record. 27.
You know what? Let's just listen here. This is amazing. Oh, sorry. Let's keep it down there, but I don't know if you can hear it off the TV, but
Small business optimism saw its single largest 1-month gain ever recorded, a 41-point jump.
oh, what am I getting a pop-up on this bitch? You can't. Capitalism, baby. Selling ads while America burns.
Any further disruptions? That's your warning.
All right. Who's that guy? What do they got? Selfie sticks? What's he pointing? Oh, it's a cane. Yeah, I knew this was coming. Yeah, Jerry. This is awesome. I know you're just listening to it with me.
Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir.
Oh, that's Al Green.
Take your seat.
Not the good one. There's a good Al Green. Obama sings like it. Obama does that. Let's stay together. Yeah, Jerry. Al Green of Texas with his cane and his 100 years on this planet. Look at him. He's like, you all suck. Take him out in cuffs. Let's go. They singing Singing my White Sox home run song. Come on, Al. Please. That is an 80-year-old man. Is that a ponytail?
Members are directed to
That's yeah. You gotta be peacocking, man. You gotta keep your peacock.
Thank you.
There you go. All right.
Over the past
Trump
6
like that shit.
I have signed nearly 100 executive orders.
Sorry.
And taken more than 400 executive actions, a record to restore common sense,
who's next
safety,
to go?
optimism, and wealth all across our wonderful land.
It ain't Ocasio-Cortez will go, but she'll do something big. They're saving her. All right, what is that? I don't care. All right, whatever. Haven't had an egg in 3 months, but whatever. I'm supposed to stand and applaud. The House of Representing, says Barney.
In fact, it has been stated by many that the first month of our presidency, is the most successful in the history of our nation.
Ours, us against them. Never forget.
By many.
Never forget. It's ours. Not us together. No. It's ours. Wait. What am I saying? That's a live say. Okay.
You know who number 2 is? George Washington. How about that?
Well, get the fuck out of here. This guy's great.
Within
This guy's
hours
awesome.
of taking the oath of office, I declared a national emergency on our southern border, and I deployed the U.S. military and border patrol to repel the invasion of our country.
There's too much, man. It's all coming too quick.
As a result, illegal border crossings last month were by far the lowest ever recorded, ever.
Unfortunately, there's no way of knowing if that's true.
They heard my words and they chose not to come. Much easier that way. In comparison, under Joe Biden, the worst president in American history, there were hundreds of thousands of illegal
Jeez, what the fuck?
And virtually all of them, including murderers, drug dealers, gang members, and people from mental institutions and insane asylums, were released into our country. Who would want to do that? This is my 5th such speech to Congress. And once again, I look at the Democrats in front of me, and I realize there is absolutely nothing I can say to make them happy, or to make them stand or smile or applaud. Nothing I can do. I could find a cure to the most devastating disease, a disease that would wipe out entire nations, or announce the answers to the greatest economy in history, or the stoppage of crime to the lowest levels ever recorded. And these people sitting right here will not clap, will not stand, and certainly will not cheer for these astronomical achievements. They won't do it, no matter what. Five times I've been up here. It's very sad, and it just shouldn't be this way. So Democrats sitting before me, for just this one night, why not join us in celebrating so many incredible wins for America? For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
Fuck.
That America deserves, and we're doing it. This is a time for big dreams and bold action. Upon taking office, I imposed an immediate freeze on all federal hiring a freeze on all new federal rules, and a freeze on all foreign aid. I terminated the ridiculous Green New scam. I withdrew from the unfair Paris Climate Accord, which was costing us trillions of dollars that other countries were not paying. I withdrew from the corrupt World Health Organization.
A lot of changes.
And I also withdrew from the anti-American UN Human Rights Council.
All right. That's, a lot of shit we got to get used to.
Environmental restrictions that were making our country far less safe and totally unaffordable.
Oh,
and importantly, we ended the last administration's insane electric vehicle mandate, saving our auto workers and companies from economic.
I don't know anything about that. I ain't going to take your word for it either. I ain't taking any of you people's word for it. I don't know what any of that shit means. I don't work in that thing. I don't own an electric car.
To unshackle our economy, I have directed that for every one new regulation, 10 old regulations must be eliminated. Just like I did with my very successful first term.
I guess we're just going with all regulations all the time forever are pretty much crap, so we don't need to use a scalpel. Just chainsaw that bitch. Just 10. Get rid of 10.
Rules and regulations like no other
we'll see.
president had done before. We ordered all federal workers to return to the office. They will either show up for work in person or be removed from their job.
Frank, what? What are you talking about, Frank? Trump's going to announce new factories that benefit all Americans.
Where, as an example, a sitting
Is that?
president is allowed to viciously prosecute his political opponent, like me. How did that work out? Not too good. Not too good. And I've stopped all government censorship and brought back free speech in America. It's back.
Barney, you getting some weather? I feel like, yeah, we might be getting some weather through here. I just went and got some Popeyes, and it was mighty windy.
Signed an order making English the official language of the United States of
All
America.
right. That's another one of them, like Shane Gillis called them, fifth grade ideas. He just day one came with the fifth grade ideas. Gulf of America.
Mexico, the Gulf of America.
There you go. That's one of them fifth grade ideas. Well, they resonate. They resonate.
And likewise, I renamed for a great president, William McKinley, Mount McKinley again.
Yeah, all right. Nobody really cares about that one. That's cool.
Beautiful Alaska.
How about Lake Michigan, Lake Chicago? Oh, no, you wouldn't do that.
We've ended the tyranny of so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion policies all across the entire federal government and indeed the private sector and our military.
Yeah, and now your aunt doesn't have to work next to that black girl and listen to that music all day.
Country will be woke no longer.
Woke no longer. Go back to sleep. Hey, everybody, go back to sleep. Nothing to see here. Just me and the world's richest man raiding the treasury.
That whether you are a doctor, an accountant, a lawyer, or an air traffic controller,
What about a bus
you
driver?
should be hired and promoted based on skill and competence,
What
not
about
race or gender.
Doctors? Who's fucking what black doctors are out there going, no one will let me doctor?
You should be hired.
That shit's about janitors and
And the Supreme
working
Court,
men.
in a brave and very powerful decision, has allowed us to do so.
But I guess to Trump, if you've been rich your whole life, a doctor is a working man. A doctor isn't a...
We have removed the poison of critical race erase the
But hey,
earth
he's,
from
you know,
our
he's an
public
everyman. He's
schools
the blue-collar
and have
billionaire.
signed an order making it the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
All right. I mean, I already kind of agreed with that, and I think we all did. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But if you want to be mean to the weird kids, let's go. Let's just go ahead and be mean to them for no reason.
Signed an executive order to ban men from playing in women's sports.
Okay. All right. You know, I'm not. If you listen to the noon show, the Rant, you know, I'm for that. I don't think trans women should be competing
3
against
years ago, Peyton
regular women.
McMahon was an all-star
Who?
high school athlete, one of the best, preparing for a future in college sports. But when her girls' volleyball match was invaded by a male, he smashed the ball so hard in Peyton's face, causing traumatic brain injury, partially paralyzing her right side, and ending her athletic career. It was a shot like she's never seen before. She's never seen anything like it. Peyton is here tonight.
Balls to the
in
face?
gallery, and Peyton, from now on,
Let's see.
schools will kick.
See what kind of
Peyton off the
plastic
girls'
surgeon
team,
she had.
or they will lose all federal funding.
She must have gone to Dr. Robert Schwartz. What they said? What happened? She hit with a fastball in the face at an Astros game? What? I wasn't paying attention. Cute young girl.
And if you really want to see numbers, just take a look at what happened in the women's boxing, weightlifting, track and field, swimming, or cycling, where a male recently finished a long distance race 5 hours and 14 minutes ahead of a woman for a new record by 5 hours. Broke the record by 5 hours. It's demeaning for women, and it's very bad for our country. We're not going to put up with it any longer.
You know, these are the magic issues. These are the issues that resonate with regular people who don't wake up every day and tune into hardcore, wonky politics talk. These are the things regular Americans understand. He gets it.
What I have just described is only a small
I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm
revolution
just
that is
saying
now
what it
because
is.
of us, sweeping the entire
It's
world.
bad, by the way.
Common sense has become a common theme, and we will never go back. Never. Never going to let that happen. Among my very highest priorities is to rescue our economy and get dramatic and immediate relief to working families. As you know, we inherited from the last administration an economic catastrophe.
All right, everything's
and an
always the other guy's
inflation
fault.
nightmare.
Don't blame me.
Their policies drove up energy prices, pushed up grocery costs, and drove the necessities of life out of reach for millions and millions of Americans. It never had anything like it. We suffered the worst
Barney, is that
inflation
right?
in 48 years, but
A
perhaps
volleyball?
even
Is that seriously
in
the
history
story?
of our country. They're not
A
sure.
volleyball to the
As
face?
president, I'm fighting every day to reverse this damage and make America
Or is that just
affordable
'cause-
again.
Are you being funny? Because she kind of has, you know, she kind of got like a wide face. I don't know. I'm lost. Had a couple beers. Been working all day.
Joe Biden especially let the price of eggs get out of control.
Thanks. It was him.
Prices
Yes.
out of control.
Thanks.
And we're working hard to get it back.
Oh.
Secretary, do a good job on that. You inherited a
My
total mess
kingdom
from the
for a
previous
poached egg.
administration. Do a good job.
Yeah, who's that? Who's that? They're showing some guy. Some Anderson Cooper looking up. There they go. Bunch of walking out. Bunch of chicks with black shirts that say resist walking out. Don't know who that was.
Reducing the cost of energy. The previous administration cut the number of new
We're the Jerry Springer
taxation
show,
by
you guys. This is what we are as a country now. We're not serious people anymore. These things should be fucking boring. I should have zero interest in watching this. And yet here I am. Why? Because there might be some punches thrown, some chairs chucked.
And frankly, we have never seen anything like it. National energy emergency. As you've heard me say many times, we have more liquid.
Wait, what
gold
country do they love more than any other? Oh,
by far.
America. And I knew that
Now,
because they've got
we
flag
fully
pins.
authorize the most talented team ever assembled to go and get it. It's called Drill Baby Drill.
Right. That's one that bugs, like, you know, the comfortable liberals. That was like one of those ideas that the liberals were really married to back when they thought they had cards to play. I don't know that that's really anything even they'll fight. Yeah, that's not a hill to die on now. Let it drill, baby, drill. Let's go, drill it.
Among the largest in the world, where Japan, South Korea, and other nations want to be our partner with investments of trillions of dollars each. There's never been anything like that one. It will be truly spectacular. It's all set to go. The permitting is gotten. And later this week, I will also take historic action to dramatically expand production of critical minerals and rare earths here in the USA. To further combat inflation, we will not only be reducing the cost of energy, but will be ending the flagrant waste of taxpayer dollars.
What shade of eyeshadow is JD wearing tonight? Still, nobody's going to talk about that, huh? We're just all going to pretend like.
The brand new Department of Government Efficiency.
Look at his eyes. My God, he looks like he's doing the clear. Oh, look at Elon. The awkward son of a bitch. What happened to your rocket today, dude? Get focused on that. Go tend to your friggin' rockets, man. That's what I need him for. I need him to take us to Mars, not for this nonsense. Wearing a suit like a cuck. He's wearing a suit. He's wearing a suit because everybody said when they criticized Zelensky for not wearing a suit, they said, Elon, because it's true. Elon doesn't wear suits. He's wearing a suit like a cuck.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Put your suit on, world's richest man.
Appreciates it, I believe.
Oh, did he make a joke? Did I miss a joke? A Trump joke?
Don't want to admit that. Just listen to some of the appalling waste we have already identified. $22 billion from HHS to provide free housing and cars for illegal aliens. $45 million for diversity, equity, and inclusion scholarships in Burma. $40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody knows what that is. $8 million to promote LGBTQI+ in the African nation of Lesotho, which nobody has ever heard of.
Look at this fucking broke brain piece of logic, Jeff. It's weirder. It's weirder that you notice it. It's much weirder that you notice it than actually being a fucking man that wears mascara. Yeah, no, you're right, Jeff. That's good. I'm going to trust you with the big decisions. That makes sense. That is much weird. You're right, Jeff. That's weirder.
$10 million for male circumcision.
Dork. If I didn't love Jeff. If I didn't love Jeff, I'd never speak to him again.
The Arab Sesame Street in the Middle East. It's a program.
What's this? What's Barney? Barney, you guys making up diseases now? You got a good thing because you make up vaccines to cure it. What is that? Is there some kind of like mule jizz concoction that'll cure whatever this made-up disease is you got now? You're going to shoot that right into your veins with a little Lysol? Oh, God, here we go. Yeah, boo!
A $3.5 million consulting contract for lavish fish monitoring. $1.5 million for voter confidence in Liberia. $14 million for social cohesion in Mali. $59 million for illegal.
To us rubes, this all sounds absolutely obscene. It really does. Are you kidding me? That's how they were wasting our money. Do you know that Ozempic was discovered because of a grant where they were watching how rhinos were fucking? Yeah, right. Rhino horn was supposed to be some kind of they were looking at it as a potential, what do they call it? Aphrodisiac type thing. And it's like, wow, all these horny rhinoceroses that we made are losing weight. So, these studies are often stupid. They're often very confusing until you accidentally figure out, oh, we can use that. What was, you know what? We keep curing all of these things because of our endless pursuit of a hard-on. Viagra. Viagra was invented because doctors were trying, or Viagra was, it was this. Viagra was invented because they were trying to cure baldness, right? So that dudes could get laid. That was the motivation there. Anyway, all these stupid things, these stupid studies, believe it or not, sometimes they lead to shit. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk over him, slurping up on Elon Musk, but that's what it appears he was doing the last couple of minutes here, so.
We've taken back the money and reduced our debt to fight inflation and other things. Taking back a lot of that money. We got it just in time. This is just the beginning. The Government Accountability Office, the federal government office, has estimated annual fraud of over $500 billion in our nation, and we are working very hard to stop it. We're going to. We're also identifying
Bill, that's kind of his vibe, man. Bill says Trump sounded like the drunk guy at the end of the bar.
For our seniors and that our seniors and people that we love rely on. Believe it or not, government databases list 4.7 million Social Security members from people aged 100 to 109 years old. It lists 3.6 million people from ages 110 to 119. I don't know any of them. I know some people that are rather elderly, but not quite that elderly. 3.47 million people from ages 120 to 129. 3.9 million people from ages 130 to 139. 3.5 million people from ages 140 to 149. And money is being paid to many of them. And we're searching right now. In fact, Pam, you're going to find it. But a lot of money is paid out to people because it just keeps getting paid and paid. And
there he is, Hegseth.
It really hurts Social Security. It hurts our country.
Let's lock the doors, line it with fire, and let's see who comes out. My money's on Hegseth. I think Hegseth kicks everyone's ass in there. Anybody in the seriously? Let me hear in the chat room. Anyone in the room you think could take Hegseth? I think he's the guy.
Our age over 160 years old.
What do we say? False. Musk steals. Lies. Oh, these fucking Democrats. This is why I just can't. I'm not a Trump guy. Never voted for him. Never will. Can't caucus with those people. Democrats are just with their feckless little pushbacks, holding their signs. We want this to go viral.
1,039 people between the ages of 220 and 229.
Meanwhile, the MAGA crowd, they look at you and they go, "You're a bunch of dorks." You realize that? Meanwhile, they're cutting like programs and they're responding by doing interpretive dance on the streets of D.C. Stop it. You're embarrassing. Yeah, MAGA's real embarrassing too. I'm not saying that that's any better, but I'm just saying the response. In this response tonight, by the way, peaking way too early.
You're gonna find out where that money's going.
Ugh.
It's not going to be pretty. By
My
slashing
God.
all of the fraud, waste, and theft we can find, we will defeat inflation, bring down mortgage rates, lower car payments and grocery prices, protect our seniors, and put more money in the pockets of American families.
Send us all a dozen eggs. Let's do that. Let's Trump eggs. They just all show up on our doorstep. They're all fucking broken because they've been delivered by pissed off mailmen. Trump eggs. Dozen eggs
And
for
today
everybody.
Interest rates took a beautiful drop, big beautiful. And in the near future, I want to do what has not been done in 24 years. Balance the federal budget. We're going to balance it.
Yeah, say it and get a big woo. We're gonna do it. Yeah. You're not a Democrat. Democrats are the only people that balance the budget. Fuck you talking about?
With that goal in mind, we have developed a great deal.
Although, quite frankly, maybe he will by just cutting everything. So good for him. Maybe a surplus. Then we get our checks. Then we get our Trump bucks. Not me though. I'm off the radar. I ain't getting one of those things.
Citizenship. It's like the green card, but
what is that?
Better.
Is that his?
More sophisticated. And these people will have to pay tax in our country.
None of these dudes, none of these billionaire buddy dudes of Trump, none of them have wives hotter than him. I wonder if that's like on purpose. Like he won't allow, because there are billionaires. Like notice he ain't really good friends with Bezos's ass. He's Bezos got a smoke show, like, side by side with Melania. It depends on what you're into. Bezos's trophy girl is a little curvier, a little bit more buxom. I kind of like that. Thicker, if you will, as the kids might say. Melania is like classic. So, what do you like?
The Biden administration, the open border insane policies that you've allowed to destroy our country. We will now bring in brilliant, hardworking, job-creating people. They're going to pay a lot of money, and we're going to reduce our debt with that money.
Jeff up here bragging. Got myself an egg source instead of $6.50 for store-bought. He only charges $3.50 for farm fresh. Got the hookup. 3 dozen a week. Look at you scoreboarding me with your eggs.
For nearly 100 years, the federal bureaucracy has grown until it has crushed our freedoms, ballooned our deficits, and held back America's potential in every possible way. The nation founded by pioneers and risk takers now drowns under millions and millions of pages of regulations and debt. Approvals that
we were founded by pilgrims, right? I mean, we weren't founded. We were founded by people who were kicked out of Europe for being too lame. They left Europe because they didn't like all the dancing. That's who founded us. Puritans. Pioneers came like hundreds of years later, right? Trump doesn't know that. He's all right. All right, woo, half the room clapping, the other half don't give a fuck. All right, let's listen for a while. I might even go quiet and enjoy some chicken. I'm gonna have some chicken.
Will be removed from office immediately.
Hey, Andrew.
And to get urgently needed relief to Americans hit especially hard by inflation. I'm calling for no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security benefits for our great seniors.
Hey, remember when Boebert like 2 weeks ago announced that it was already passed, and now here we are 2 weeks later, and Trump's like, I'm gonna push for. These people are, and then everybody's like forwarding it on Twitter. Yay! Trump promises made, promises delivered. Oh, by the way, Jeff, it ain't a chicken sandwich. It's straight up Popeyes.
And by the way, we're going to have growth opening up all over the place. Deals are being made. Devastating. That's a combination of the election win and tariffs. It's a beautiful word, isn't it? That, along with our other policies, will allow our auto industry to absolutely boom. It's going to boom. I spoke to the majors today, all three, the top people, and they're so excited. In fact, already numerous car companies have announced that they will be building massive automobile plants in America, with Honda just announcing a new plant in Indiana, one of the largest anywhere in the world.
Believe it when I see it.
And this has taken
Even then, I'm not really going to care.
Great victory on November 5th, a date which will hopefully go down as one of the most important in the history of our country. In addition, as part of our tax cuts, we want to cut taxes on domestic production and all manufacturing. And just as we did before, we will provide 100% expensing. It will be retroactive to January 20th, 2025. And it was one of the main reasons why our tax cuts were so successful in our first term, giving us the most successful economy in the history of our country. First term. We had a great first term.
I don't think that's true. But go ahead, say it.
If you don't make your product in America, however, under the Trump administration, you will pay a tariff, and in some cases, a rather large one. Other countries have used tariffs against us for decades, and now it's our turn to start using them against those other countries. On average, the European Union, China, Brazil, India, Mexico, and Canada, have you heard of them? And countless other nations charge us tremendously higher tariffs than we charge them. It's very unfair. India charges us auto tariffs higher than 100%. China's average tariff on our products is twice what we charge them. And South Korea's average tariff is 4 times higher. Think of that, 4 times higher. And we give so much help militarily and in so many other ways to South Korea, but that's what happens. This is happening by friend and foe. This system is not fair to the United States and never was. And so on April 2nd, I wanted to make it April 1st, but I didn't want to be accused of April Fool's Day. That's not, just one day was cost us a lot of money. But we're going to do it in April. I'm a very superstitious person. April 2nd, reciprocal tariffs.
I had a lot to say there, but I was enjoying my chicken too much.
Us, other countries,
I mean, there are reasons why those tariffs are that way. And yeah, they do appear unfair. They're like that because we encourage here with our massive global consumer base, the American people, we're basically taking one on the chin to encourage free democracies like us to have strong local economies. That's the reason for that. I mean, and in South Korea, we help them with their defense. Well, we help them with their defense because we don't want them in control of nukes because they're right next to North Korea and China. We were like, we got this. Don't worry about it. Don't you have to? So, yeah, that's why we do these things. There are reasons. But, if you don't understand the complexity of all that, and I don't at all, I just know it is a thing, you know, if you don't understand it, it does seem like, how come it costs me this much to do that, but them only this much to do those? Yeah.
But we have very large deficits with both of them. But even more importantly, they've allowed fentanyl.
He's not even remotely right. Jeff's like, no, Jeff. He's not even remotely right on the tariffs. They exist for a reason. And now we're turning direction after years and years of establishing ourselves as the world's leader, encouraging all of these other countries that are less than us to be like us, democracy, freedom, elections. We want them to have robust, thriving economies because, see, a lot of countries, when they'd struggle, they'd go communism back in the day. So it was in our best interest. It was the best interest of the free world to make all these lopsided deals. We had a massive consumer base here in America that made good union money, so we could buy shit from the rest of the world and help them. So we're changing directions. That's fine. Let's talk about why it's time to change direction. I think that might be true, right? Walmart, they buy everything from China. Walmart's going to be really affected by this. But if we're going to talk about making this change, you know, we're turning an aircraft carrier, not a jet ski. he's doing the change like it's a jet ski. And he's acting like, well, why was it always this way? Well, it's been this way because that was part of our American foreign policy during the Cold War, establishing and supporting other countries so that they wouldn't go communism.
Announced a $165 billion investment to build the most powerful chips on earth right here in the USA.
Good American chips.
And we're not giving them any money. Your CHIPS Act is a horrible, horrible thing. We give hundreds of billions of dollars, and it doesn't mean a thing. They take our money and they don't spend it. All that meant to them, we're giving them no money.
How long you think this guy's going to go, man? I mean, it's already 9 o'clock. We're going to be like a Springsteen concert.
We don't have to give them money. We just want to protect our businesses and our people. And they will come because they won't have to pay tariffs if they build in America. So it's very amazing. You should get rid of the CHIP Act. And whatever's left over, Mr. Speaker, you should use it to reduce debt or any other reason you want to.
So, Jeff, you don't want America to be the leader of the free world. That's, yeah. All right.
A new trade policy.
A lot of changes you might not be used to come with that, but okay. Okay.
We will now be selling into our home market, the USA, because nobody is going to be able to compete with you. Because those goods that come in from other countries and companies, they're really in a bad position in so many different ways. They're uninspected. They may be very dirty and disgusting, and they come in and they pour in, and they hurt our American farmers. The tariffs,
dirty and disgusting. Why is Mike Johnson shaking his head?
Product coming into America, and our
dude came out of nowhere to be number 3 in line.
Maybe a little bit of an adjustment period. We had that before.
Barty says, not disagreeing, Pugs, but borrowing from China to give it to someone else isn't sustainable. I see what you're saying there. There's a lot of nonsense that's going on. I'm just talking about the overall foreign policy that got us to a situation where we're now complaining about how come these tariffs coming back or so, you know, that's all it is. It's a lot of fucked up shit. A lot of Ponzi con man shit has been going on over the past 60 years.
So to our farmers, have a lot of fun. I love you too. I love you too. All gonna happen.
Barney, is there a free world? Where do you think you live, dude? Where do you think you live? What do you mean, is there a free world? I'm confused by that.
And lots of other things. We don't have a military, and frankly, we just won't have a country very long.
But yeah, man, I guess having a dystopian view and maybe just being You know,
Fantastic
like
person
Barney is
from
looking at it.
Decatur,
If
Alabama.
you don't think you're free, if you don't think there's
Tonight,
still a free world, if you don't think there's a difference between what's going on in Russia and China and North Korea and the Middle East and all over different countries in Africa and South America. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you don't think there's a difference, if you don't think there's a free world in a way that it's being done incorrectly, I don't know. It's pretty dystopian. Who's this guy? Sluggo. Oh, a big giant. That dude looks like a giant bald dude. Looks like a comic book villain. He looks like, a henchman for Lex Luthor or something. He's up there. He's waving. I think he'd give Hegseth a run for his money. Earlier today, I was like, I wonder if Hegseth could clean house. Everybody started throwing hands.
They're about protecting the soul of our country.
Not a chance I'm continuing with this conversation, Jeff, so move on. Excuse me.
And it will happen rather quickly. There'll be a little disturbance, but we're okay with that. It won't be much.
We're okay with that. We're okay with that. It's gonna be a little disturbance. We're okay with that.
And look where Biden took us. Very low, the lowest.
Biden! Yeah, that's right. You got to throw that name out there. Make sure people remember he's the bad guy.
Another person who has devoted herself to foster care community. She worked so hard on it. A very loving person.
Yeah, Barney. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about, and you're being a bit of a little drama queen on that. Germany, Western Europe. Germany is arresting people for Nazi tweets. Yeah, because Germany has a very specific reason to be a little bit hypersensitive to that stuff. Okay, Western Europe, people in London are being arrested. France, Paris. No, it's Germany. It's a very specific thing. Supporters of the ADF, or is that the party? ADF? The far right party who are very Nazi compliant. Yeah, you can't in Germany. You can't talk about the Nazis. You don't have freedom of speech. Do you think freedom of speech is like something they have in other countries? You don't understand. We have that freedom. We invented that. That's in our Constitution. There's no freedom of speech in most European country constitutions, at least not the ones that were formed before us. So, I mean,
thank you very much.
Freedom means a whole lot more than whether or not you can go, I fucking think the Nazis were right in the middle of Berlin. All right. Very specific reason for that rule. But you are not wrong. Leftist political influence in mainstream Europe politics has been a real problem for a lot of years. Fortunately, Europe, better than we have in America, has a pretty well established and some would argue thriving moderate political wing. Hold on, I'm distracted.
Into law. Thank you. And I'm going to use that bill for myself too, if you don't mind. Because nobody gets treated worse than I do.
Yeah, England's got a lot of fucked up laws, dude. Barney,
thank you very much to the Senate.
England's a monarchy. They got a king.
We truly care about
fucked up things in their law.
Children, no
I mean, they try, but us, America. We got it. We are the, I mean, unless you don't think we do have it right. I think we have it right.
Human traffickers, gang members, and other criminals from the streets of dangerous cities all throughout the world because of Joe Biden's insane and very dangerous open border policies. They are now strongly embedded in our country, but we are getting them out and getting them out.
Jeff, that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. The UK has arrested more people, well, first of all, for what? The last few years than China and Russia. Well, you're probably right, seeing as though the UK are the only ones that would still make paper trails of such things. Fucking, that's the dumbest thing. Ugh. That's dumb. Yes, you're right. Less freedoms in London, Jeff Ballard up there in the cornfields of Iowa. Less freedoms in London than there are in Beijing or who's that? Hot chicks. They're showing more hot chicks. Did I see Newt Gingrich in the crowd? Is that guy still alive? Oh, for fuck's sake. Are we going to keep going with this? Seriously? Come on, wrap it up. Somebody going to throw a shoe or something?
Viciously attacked, assaulted, beaten, brutalized, and horrifically murdered. Lincoln was stolen from us by a savage illegal alien gang member who was arrested.
All right, Peter. Good night, brother.
Biden's
Peter's going to bed.
open southern
I think I
border,
might too.
and then set
I'm
loose
tired.
into
I got to
the
go
United
home.
States
Been here
under the
forever. I got to walk the dog.
policies of
Oh, the dog is going
failing
to be pissed at me.
administration.
If nobody's, if that's it, if they peaked like in the first 5 minutes with
Arrested and released
Reverend Al
in
Green
a
getting kicked out,
sanctuary
then that's
city, a disaster.
Barney says, these are the nations we typically refer to as the free world.
With us this
I
evening
don't
are
want to
Lincoln's
continue this
beloved
argument.
brother, Allison,
It's
and
not
her
even an
sister,
argument. It's a conversation.
Lauren.
Where I'm yelling. What's that? Who's that? Was that she used to be a dude? No, that's right. These are the people that you would never see that. That's right. Well, would she lose a foot race to a dude? Is that why we're honoring her? What terrible thing happened to her that she looks so sad? Did something terrible happen? Oh, geez, there we go. Yeah, got to pay attention, Pugs, or you look like an asshole. That is a sad situation.
That's why the very first bill I signed into law as your 47th president mandates the detention of all dangerous criminal aliens who threaten.
Andrew knows. Andrew knows what we're looking for. This is all boring shit. Ugh. Hey, you know what, guys? I might try it. What do you think, Jeff, Barney? Who else we got? We got anybody else in here that is normally with us for the noon show? I might try and do the noon show from like this position tomorrow, just to try it. Just to try it. Would this be too irritating or a little bit of mix it up? I mean, this is going to be the more me doing rants, kind of solo one topic rant. I feel like I shouldn't be explaining this. I over explain it. Trump's doing that thing.
Thank you very much. Since taking office, my administration has launched the most sweeping border and immigration crackdown in American history, and we quickly achieved the lowest numbers of illegal border crossers ever recorded. Thank you.
Look at this bullshit. Look at Jeff. Barney, you and I agree. So he still disagrees with both of us. So us agreeing mean it's right and that he's wrong. Shut up, dudes. Shut up, morons. We're obviously right because you and I, who both listen to James Parker, you right-wing weirdos. I mean, you're my boys, but don't get me wrong. Right-wing weirdos. Where's Byron tonight, man? Where's Byron? I didn't see Byron in here. Byron's probably tangling ass, working security somewhere. Rain is not here. Rain is probably, I don't know what Rain is doing. Working, maybe.
Joe Biden didn't just open our borders, he flew illegal aliens over them to overwhelm our schools, hospitals, and communities throughout the country.
Hey, Jeff, are you talking about the new little warm, comfy set? Do you like it? I hope you do, but I don't know. Gotta figure out other things.
Like nobody's ever seen before. Beautiful towns destroyed. Now, just as I promised in my inaugural address,
guys, it's 9:14. I still have to walk the dog and drive home. And come on, dude. I did not think it was got figured an hour. That was me. That was me being dumb, right? Primetime TV. This guy's going to suck every minute up that he can. Newt Gingrich in the crowd, ladies and gentlemen. Zombie Gingrich. I thought he was dead.
Alexis Nungari from Houston.
He's like with a chick, too. Like a much younger chick. I bet you she's a prostitute. I mean, she's a call girl. That's how comfortable these dudes are now. They're just showing up to like State of the Unions with call girls.
2 hours under a bridge and horrifically murdered. Arrested and charged with this heinous crime are 2 illegal alien monsters from Venezuela, released into America by the last administration through their ridiculous open border. the death of this beautiful 12-year-old girl and the agony of her mother and
Oh,
family
come on.
touched
There
our
isn't a
entire nation
decent,
greatly.
normal human on this planet
Alexis,
that
I
isn't
promised
brought to
we
sorrow
would
at the
always
story
remember
of
your
Laken
daughter
Riley,
in
but you've
this
got to
manner.
stop exploiting
Earlier
it.
tonight, I signed an
I-
order keeping my word to you. One thing I have learned about Jocelyn
It
is that she
resonates,
loved
though. This is
animals
the kind of
so
shit
much
that
she
this guy
loved
knows how
nature.
to do better than anybody else.
Across Galveston Bay from where
Sales.
Jocelyn lived in Houston, you'll find a magnificent
Dudes who come
national
from
wildlife
sales, let me tell you something.
refuge.
Dudes who
A
come from
pristine,
sales, they can
peaceful,
easily segue
34,000
into any
acre
other
sanctuary for
portion
all
of
God's
whatever company they're
creatures
working for.
on the edge of the Gulf of
Sales,
America.
you do good in sales, you're on the path to
Alexis
becoming the
moments
president of
ago
the company.
formally renamed
You know how many
you
people I worked with in
refuge.
radio, in programming, or
Loving memory of
GMs,
your
guys who were like the ultimate
beautiful
boss at
daughter,
radio
Jocelyn.
stations, who knew nothing
So,
about
Mr.
content
Vice
or
President,
programming.
if
It
you
came from
would,
sales.
may I have the order?
President of the United States, I always thought was something that would be unattainable for somebody with that particular skill set alone. But here we are. Trump is a master salesman, man. Look at him. He's look at me showing up. He's showing the bill he signed. This big giant Rorschach test signature. You're welcome. I said the girl was like, thank you.
Very much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
All
You're
three
sweet.
savages charged with Jocelyn and Laken's murders were members of the Venezuelan prison gang, the toughest gang they say in the world, known as Tren de Aragua.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, I officially
We know about that
designated
because
this
we watch
beautiful
A&E
MS-13
at 2 o'clock in the morning.
bloodthirsty Mexican drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations.
All right. I'm fun by that. He's going to, why, first of all, why weren't Mexican drug cartels deemed or seen in the same light as terror organizations? I mean, I know that if you are considered a terror organization, then there are certain things you're allowed to do that you're not.
Category as ISIS, and that's not good for them.
There you go.
Countless thousands of these terrorists were
Great. So now not only eggs, but cocaine's going to be through the roof.
But now every last one will be rounded up and forcibly removed from our country, or if they're too dangerous, put in jails.
What else do we get from South America? What else do we get from like Mexico? Drugs,
Border Patrol agent,
relatively passable she-males. They are South American transgender women. Oh, they've been leading the league for decades. Actually, that's not true. They always, I guess, Asians. People are like, no, Asians make the best. Good night, Pete.
In January, Roberto and another agent were patrolling by the Rio Grande near an area known as Cartel Island. Doesn't sound too nice to me. When heavily armed gunmen started shooting at them, Roberto saw that his partner was totally exposed, great danger, and he leapt into action, returning fire and providing crucial seconds for his.
I don't like these. Look, it doesn't matter, Republican, Democrat. I always see these moments as just exploiting people, and I understand that it's probably not that much of a put upon experience because it's fun, right? I mean, if you're a cop, been through something bad, something terrible in the line of duty, trauma, whatever, and then the cop's like, hey, you want to come? I'd go. This cop's never been to Washington. Look at him. He's, you do it. So whatever. The president gets to look like, look, America, I care about people. This guy gets a free trip to Washington. But it is exploitation. It's exploiting this story and associating yourself with it as sort of a hero figure somehow.
And I actually got to know him on my many calls.
These are all heroes. These are all regular, everyday heroes. They're all friends of mine. They just so happen they're here. They're friends of mine. That's what this whole bit is about. I think it was Clinton who started it. They wasn't always the thing.
Over a whole nation, posing a grave threat to our national security. The cartels are waging war in America, and it's time for America to wage war on the cartels, which we are doing. Five nights ago, Mexican authorities, because of our tariff policies being imposed on them, think of this, handed over to us 29 of the biggest cartel leaders in their country. That has never happened before. They want to make us happy. First time ever. But we need Mexico and Canada to do much more than they've done, and they have to stop the fentanyl and drugs pouring into the USA. They're going to stop it. I have sent Congress a detailed funding request laying out exactly how we will eliminate these threats to protect our homeland and complete the largest deportation operation in American history, larger even than current record holder President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a moderate man, but someone who believed very strongly in borders. Americans expect Congress to send me this funding without delay so I can sign it into law. So, Mr. Speaker, John Thune, both of you, I hope you're going to be able to do that, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. Mr. Leader, thank you. Thank you very much. And let's get it to me. I'll sign it so fast, you won't even believe it. And as we reclaim our sovereignty, we must also bring back law and order to our cities and towns.
All right. Let's go get bats and beat people up. Who we beating up, boss? Send me out.
In recent years, our justice system has been turned upside down by radical left lunatics. Many jurisdictions virtually ceased enforcing the law against dangerous repeat offenders while weaponizing law enforcement against political opponents like me. My administration has acted swiftly and decisively to restore fair, equal, and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law, starting at the FBI and the DOJ. Pam, good luck. Cash, wherever you may be, good luck. Good luck. Pam Bond, good luck. So important. Going to do a great job. Cash, thank you. Thank you, Cash.
That had very just hit his 300th home run curtain call vibes to it.
You're going to be very proud of them. We're also once again giving our police officers the support, protection, and respect they so dearly deserve. They have to get it. They have such a hard, dangerous job. But we're going to make it less dangerous. The problem is the bad guys don't respect the law, but they're starting to respect it, and they soon will respect it. This also includes our great fire departments throughout the country. Our firemen and women are unbelievable people, and I will never forget them. And besides that, they voted for me in record numbers, so I have no choice.
Right. All right, guys, I think this was a test. I think I'm going to wrap this up because, I mean, I don't know. Unless Ocasio-Cortez is going to like bum rush the stage, I don't know what we're waiting for. All right, let's do this.
The vicious criminal charged with his murder.
All right, more vicious criminal murder stuff. All right, guys, we're going to be back tomorrow at noon. Thank you for doing this little experiment with me. I hope you enjoy the new company. Oh, we have to do something with the lighting. Is my let me see something.
His wife and 1-year-old son Ryan was very inspirational, actually.
I'm loving it.
His wife's name is Stephanie, and she is here tonight. Stephanie, thank you very much, Stephanie. Thank you very much.
I don't know. I think at this point, I'm not paying attention, but he seems to be just pointing out hot blondes in the crowd.
Make sure that Ryan knows his dad was a true hero, New York's finest. And
Oh,
we're
there
going
we
to
go.
get these cold-blooded killers and repeat offenders off our streets, and we're going to do it fast. Got to stop it. You get out with
All right, guys, we're going to end this, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks. I appreciate you. How much longer do you think this is going to go on? I would hate to, like, jump off.
We got to get him out of here.
He's going to end.
I've already signed
Gotta go. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Death penalty for anyone who murders